How many towns have their own family of buffalo? Well, East Brunswick does, including a new arrival last week. They're owned by Les Raphael of the Raphael Bus Company. And Channel 8's Kevin O'Rourke asked Les how he got started raising the animals.
It started a long time ago. You know, my brother, he's a guy crazy for animals, you know, and we had always had some kind of animals around. And he has a friend up in Pittsfield, Maine. His name is Wright. And he owns half of the town up there. And my brother traded him, I don't know, a quarter horse for a pair of buffalo, with, you know, sight unseen. And they come and they were pretty big, and we thought, boy, we won't be able to keep them in at all. I think that's why he got rid of them, but we don't know. But then they come down, and it was quite a while. We had them before, you know, she had a young, but we had a Charolais bull here, and we didn't realize that he was a bull, you know.
Right.
And she had this calf, and it was such a surprise, we called him Surprise. I guess you probably, you know, heard about it that time when they had a big write-up about it. And
that was a few years back.
Yeah, a few years back.
Right. And now you have a new young animal here on the farm.
Yeah, another little buffalo, but it's a little girl now, so she had two boys, but she raised, you know, both of them was raised. But the one that, the first one she had, we had a quarter horse, and he wouldn't let her near it. So Gary and I, we went down there, my brother, and he carried it all the way from down the back pasture, all the way up here. And it was breathing bad, you know, like it was going to die. So my brother said, call my daughter. She's a nut around animals, you know. And she brought it home and had it in a cardboard box. And she got some cholesterol milk off a friend of hers down there, which they've got to have first, you know, that straightens them all out, you know, it's dietary and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he grew into a nice, I used to run around the yard with him. I had a hauler on him.
Now the new one that's here now is a young female. And
yeah.
She hasn't been named yet. It's very new, about a week old?
Yeah, I was born last weekend, not this past weekend, the week before that.
And this one wasn't a surprise?
No, we knew he was going, you know, she was going to have it, but we didn't know what date. But it was, you know, it was pretty good because when I seen her over there, and I kind of thought it was a female right away.
Can you tell me a little bit less about how old each of the buffalo are and about how much they weigh? They're rather impressive animals.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I thought he'd always weigh around a ton, but everybody that come around that seems to be experts on it said he'd think it would weigh nearer 2 tons.
4,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's, he's a big doe.
And the female?
Well, I don't think she'd go even a ton. I don't think so. She don't look like, you know,
Right.
she'll go a ton.
About how old are each of the buffalo?
Well, she must be, I think 5 or 6 year old she is, and he's about 4-year-old. We sent, we get a farm paper, you know, it's like the rural New Yorker, you know, it's, and we get it every week, and we found a paper where they had this here bull, you know, a little young bull, so we sent up and got him and brought him home when he was 4 months old, so that's him out there now.
I understand that Billy has been bred with a few of the cows that you have here.
Yeah, they're, you know, he's been breeding, that's where you get your, you know, cholesterol meat, you know. And there's a lot of people, they believe in it, but you know, you hear so many rumors about things, you don't know whether it's good or bad, you know.
Have you tasted it yourself?
Yes, I tasted it. It's a stringy affair, you know, it ain't as like a nice smooth, you know, meat like a cow, you know, but by crossing them both, you know, it's pretty good.
Any plans for more generations of buffalo in East Brunswick here?
I don't know. We may get another couple, you know, cows or whatever they call them, you know, females.
How about telling us a bit less about the story?
Oh, about the getting out?
When these buffalo have surprisingly jumped the fence that you're standing right behind, which
well,
must be over 4 feet tall.
You know, I come in here and I think Sandy wasn't here then, but all of a sudden one of the drivers say, "Hey, your buffalo jumped the fence." I said, "Yeah, nuts. They have to, you know, they have to go through the fence. They can't jump it." One day, all of a sudden, I see him jump the fence, you know, and then we put the wire fence. But before that, it was about 9 o'clock at night. My brother's wife called me up and she says, "The buffalo are out." So they were down on the next street here. I can't remember what the name of that street is. But he walked through the guy's yard and was breaking his, you know, his bushes down. And I'll tell you, he hardly done anything. It took a couple bites out of it, which no one even could see. But the neighbors across the street, they love our animals. You know, nobody can say nothing about them animals. And they just had put a new lawn in. It was like brand new, and all through that lawn he went around. So my sister-in-law called me up and she says, you better come on down because the buffalo are out. I get down and you never see so many people in your life down there. So I come back and I got a bucket of feed and I go out and I said, come on, Samson, let's go. And that's the first street down here, you know, I can't think of the name of it. And he followed me right back in the yard here.
Not your everyday occurrence in East Brunswick, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure.
Buffalo.
It was quite an event that day.